On the banks of the mighty Mississippi River. Today we're going to go over why it's important for you to be motivated this afternoon, why it's important that you need to be able to trust yourself and depend on yourself before you can depend on anybody else. Have you ever asked yourself over time and got frustrated with people, you know, that, oh, they're just not getting anything done? My question to you is, did you get up and do it? Were you able to do it yourself? Did you make the attempt to get it done yourself? Or did you just rely upon somebody else to get it done, then get mad when nothing got done? Here's the thing. Before you can ever depend on anybody else, before you can ever trust anybody else, you need to trust yourself. You need to trust your own skills. You need to trust your own leadership ability. And you need to trust your level of motivation that if it's not going to get done by somebody else, you can get it done. So many people nowadays, they feel they're entitled, or they feel because they can't do something and somebody else isn't doing it for them that they can't get stuff done. My sister a long time ago taught me one valuable, crucial piece of motivation. One valuable, crucial piece of getting a job, getting part of a club, you know, going after something. If you're in the water and you fall off a ship and the ship is already under the water and all these people out there drowning, and you are now going under the water, you're splashing, and you yourself are drowning. You can't save anybody until you save yourself. Doesn't matter. You can't push a buoy towards them. You can't help anybody because you're under the water, your log's filling up, and your first concern is, I'm drowning. So before you can save anybody, before you can help anybody anywhere about anything, whether it be your kids or anything else, you have to save yourself. When you get on an airplane, the flight attendants always tell you, put your oxygen mask on before your kids. And the reason why they tell you this is because when you're in dire straits, when you're in a panic, when things are going bad, your first thought is not, I got to save everybody around me. It's, I'm dying, I'm dead, I can't save nobody. A lot of people have never been put in those situations. But here's the fact. You have to save yourself first. You have to count on your own ability. Even if you're not perfect at something, and none of us are, you still have to be able to do it. You still have to be able to get it done with anybody's help or without anybody's help. If you're going to instruct somebody to do something for you, you sure as heck better be able to do it yourself or have done it yourself in the past. There's an old saying in the Marine Corps that we all hate it. Do as I say, not as I do. We hated that saying. And man, somebody's telling us to go do something because they got a little bit of authority, but they themselves are not really worth doing. They don't want to go do it themselves. They have already put it off on somebody else. If you get those mentalities and you're getting that entitled mentality, no one's going to do anything for you. No one's going to help you, and you're never going to learn a valuable lesson. That valuable lesson is, if you're able to get it done and you go do it, others will follow you later. But you have to show that you're willing to put in the work, willing to put in the effort. All these people out there that get mad over these owners of businesses that went out there and for years busted their humps. Maybe it's a grass cutting business. Maybe it's like somebody like Bill Gates or somebody that failed over and over and over again. Then you get mad because they took care of themselves first, because when they were trying to succeed, they failed so many times that they understood what it took to get to the top. Some people don't want to get to the top. They just want to go out and save people. They want to help people. They want to go out and do what's best for people. And you know what? That doesn't always mean you're trying to become rich and famous. Sometimes it doesn't mean anything other than you want to do good. But you got to understand this. You can't do good for anybody if you're not around, if you're not able to. You know, there's a lot of people out there that say, oh, you know, we don't need the military and stuff like that. Or, oh, somebody else is going to fight the military for me. That's great. Then you see other people out there that weren't able to. But you want to know something? They go out there every day and they help those that have helped them. Now, if you want somebody else to do business with you and you don't believe in your product, then how on earth can you expect anybody else to do business with you and believe in your product if you don't even believe in it? If you go out and you're working in a job and you want to get that pay raise and every day you're busting your hump, then you've got every reason in the world to think, I need to get that raise because I'm going to work early every day. I'm putting in the extra amount. And then somebody else gets it, then you have every right. But if you're going to work every day, putting in a half a day's work by getting a full day's pay, you're gone before the weekend's even up, and then you go back to work and you're only doing it, then you don't expect anything. Don't expect getting a pay raise. Don't expect, how can you tell somebody what they can or cannot do if you yourself have never been there and done that? You know, do not be a hypocrite. Do not be one of the people that, oh, I heard it on the news, that makes it right. Or, oh, a politician told me this, so that must mean that it's the truth. Or, oh, my buddy down the street, you know, he told me that, but you never researched it. Look, take responsibility for your own actions. If you want people to believe in you and trust in you and take your word for it, then you sure as heck better do the research. You sure as heck better be willing to do it yourself, or at least know what to do. Leaders will move first. Leaders will go in before everybody else. And a leader does not make them a manager. A leader does not make them the owner of the company. A leader is the person that can take the reins and go. It doesn't matter who you are. It means they go first, which means if there's a landmine field that you got to get through, you know what the leader's going to do? He's going to go first and he's going to walk slowly, but you're going to walk behind him. He's going to make sure you walk behind him, because before anybody gets killed, he's put his life on the line first. Anytime you tell anybody anything, anytime you go after a job, anytime you basically go out there and go out of your way, you need to understand this. Your may hum. Stick your head out of the crowd, a couple tomatoes might come at you. But you want to know something? You're going to have a lot more positive than negative. Stick with your belief system. Don't worry about what everybody says or does. Don't worry about the football players on the field. Don't worry about the politicians. Don't worry about people crying wolf every single 5 minutes. Worry about what you can do for yourself and others. When you want to help somebody, make sure you understand what you're helping them with. And get motivated every day. Get your butt out of bed. You know, read a book. Read and make sure that you're educated on that very subject that you're trying to educate everybody else on. And be magnificent at it. Each one of us is unique. Each one of us has traits, personalities, and each one of us has special abilities. It's just up to you to find out what they are. Know this, you matter. You're important. And you don't matter and important just because you have an existence on this earth. You matter and you're important because you have a quality about you and you have a special skill about you that you may still have to learn, or you may be doing right now. My name's Jeffrey Jansen. Get your butt up, get out there, get moving, and do magnificent. Have a great day, everybody. I believe in you.